Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mike here. It's nice to be back in chat today. Although trading was pretty darn boring. Narrow range on the SPY. You guys pretty much confirmed what I expected after looking at charts last night. You know, after missing 6 trading days because I was on vacation. You guys confirmed it's been pretty dead, right? So anyway, with that in mind, you have to have the right perspective. There's always going to be ebbs and flows to the market, and that also counts for volume, right? When another theme comes into play, right? Think Bitcoin, COVID, AI. When themes are in place, there's always a lot more to trade. But for now, just have to take what the market can give, right? Just do not overtrade and don't oversize for sure, right? All right. So anyway, that's what I have. It was a boring day. I did mention CAVA as a potential bounce today, and then it gapped down somewhere along the lines this morning. I mentioned back through 35.50, which is right there. I'll put the line there. This is where it occurred. Went back through 45.50. If you had your stop there, or 35.50, sorry, that was my idea with the earlier high just above. And if you had your stop right there where it belongs, you got a decent move before it came back to the entry. I'm not sure what it went to, 36.14 or something like that. Anyway, it wasn't huge. A better call was Matt D with WE, second mouse through 550. All right, so I'll put the line at 550. There's the horizontal line. It had already pierced it once here, came back down, and his idea was back through 550. I know what he was looking at because he had the earlier high above that had potential to break through that, which it did. And then you had yesterday's high above that, which gave it, another potential catalyst above. It didn't break yesterday's high, but it did get, again, the 550 break is right there. And it did go fairly quickly, maybe within 30 minutes to 630. So an 80-cent move on a 550 basis. Pretty nice move, right? So that was kind of a cool call, but that's the kind of day it was. Very few stocks even moving. So let me just make it short and sweet until we have more to talk about. I'll just show you what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. You guys know I'm a day trader, so these are things that may give me an intraday setup tomorrow, but I am in cash every night. MYNZ, big volume today, and a nice breakout. So we'll see if it gives a follow-through setup. VFS, again, just because this thing had the move from whatever it was, $10 to over 90. I've been watching for a bounce ever since, and it just kept falling. I went on vacation somewhere in here, never took a trade in it. Then it gapped down 3 sessions ago, popped, and it's kind of traveling sideways. I still think this is one that if it breaks its early high, like here's the early high today right there, where my cursor is. If it would have broken that, I think you could have got a little pop. So, again, I'm a day trader, so I'll keep it on the chart. And again, it's not a pretty chart, but it still could get some short covering if we get an A+ bounce setup. CRNX is just a very strong stock. We got a red day. Certainly like to see it come in a little bit more, but sometimes you get a stock that's so strong, you get one red day and it's right back off to the races. So I'm going to have it on a chart. WE, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little better. Had the big rip yesterday, and I'll give you the numbers. It went from 301 to 672. Today, you could argue, well, you couldn't argue. It is just an inside day, right? Today's range 430 to 630, so it still had big range. But I like the inside day after the big push yesterday. So that one definitely goes on watch. SKIN, kind of the same thing. Big push yesterday, quiet inside day today. I don't know, maybe through 7 tomorrow, knowing that yesterday's high, or today's high, sorry, is 704, and the day before that was probably 725-ish. So that one goes on watch too. I'll probably treat it like I do a bounce play as far as intraday setups go. DZSI, I'll pan out a little bit. You can see the big volume there, right? They had big volume and a fairly strong close. Definitely want to watch that one. BIOC, this one I'm going to have to zoom in. You can get a little bit better look. Gapped up on some kind of deal they made 4 sessions ago and topped out at $1.85, pulled back for a couple days and is starting to curl back up. And it's a fairly small float with recent news, so that one goes on watch. IVP, recent IPO, just straight down every day. I'm just going to put it on bounce watch, see if we get an A+ bounce play setup. GCT, big 2 days down after a nice slow move, stairs up, elevator down. Big 2-day sell-off. I'm going to put it on bounce watch. Again, just looking for a trade. MTZ, let me pan out a little bit. I'll put a horizontal line at the support from back here. And you can see what it did. It's fallen like 7 or 8 days in a row down and then broke that support. A lot of times when that happens, shorts pile in as it breaks support. You get a snapback bounce and shorts are forced to cover. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying I like the setup for a snapback bounce for day traders like myself. CGC, pot stocks were all strong when I left town. And a couple day pullback now. I'm putting CGC on bounce watch. And then lastly, a very low volume stock though, GTEC. Really nice move. And now we're back down here between the 8 and the 20. That's the area I look for a bounce. So that'll go on bounce watch. And then we'll add gappers as we always do in the pre-market. And, you know, let's stay alert because there are very few setups. So we don't want to miss one if it occurs tomorrow. All right, I'm done battling. I'll see you guys in chat.